those levels down real quick before I drop this beat. I don't have a beat. I'm just kidding. Welcome to the Please Stop Podcast.
Sorry, I'm on
He's
Facebook.
still show prepping.
I'm on Facebook. Yeah, it'll make sense later. I had to pull up a link here. I got a friend request from my frenemy, an old frenemy,
A frenemy.
and I didn't think I would ever see this friend request pop up. But then I noticed that if I looked at her profile, that she has a podcast. So I was gonna, talk about that a little bit later. But I gotta find the link. So sorry, bad intro.
It's okay.
Don't have Mario body. Okay, I work with this guy who will remain nameless, but you know these people. They are short. They're not fat. They're not skinny. They're not tall, but they're not really short. They're taller than Joe Rogan, but shorter than me. And they're not fat anywhere, but they're all fully inflated. Don't have that body. Either get all the way tall, all the way, or get fat, or get really skinny. Be a small, skinny guy. Be a Luigi body. Be like a tall, thin. But that's not a body type. We have clear body types. Luigi, ape from the Jungle Book. The guy that holds up the building.
Christopher Walken in the live action one.
Did he have tits and a pear belly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm Christopher Walken Monkey. He's fucking some kind of cucumber or like a VeggieTale character or
Like
Luigi
Larry?
or Gumby or Larry.
Gumby is pretty accurate, I feel like.
You're Gumby? You're Gumby?
Yeah.
Which means I'm like the blockhead. But anyways, Mario body is not acceptable. Don't be...
Like a Khabib body?
He looks like he's a plush doll. You know what I mean? Like the wrists come all the way to the base of the thumb.
Like it's a cankle, but on the arm?
He's wearing like
That's
skin gloves.
Dude, like it.
It comes all the way up, and there's really no lower thumb joint. It's a thumb protruding out of... Yeah. There actually isn't a wrist. The wrist and the top of the hand are one thing.
He has to...
And so I'm assuming, his toes come out of a limb.
Imagine that. What if we didn't have ankles or wrists? Think about that for a minute. How...
If it was static,
If
we were
you're,
like action
you're
figures.
literally... Like, you still had an elbow. Let's say you had an elbow.
Okay.
But you still, like, can't do this or anything. So you're just...
I mean, I already definitely look more racist like that. You're like... I'm just waving to my black neighbors. You're like... They're like, he's so angular and aggressive.
Yeah, just angular. That'd be how, like, if we were all just kind of like sticks.
Who else has Mario body? I mean, Joe Rogan has a little bit of Mario body, but he would have Mario body if he didn't work out. He was like, okay, identified, clear Mario body, gonna work out. Get
Do
svelte,
$100,000
shave my
worth
head,
of hormones.
Right.
Like,
fucking hair transplant, scars, micropenis, the whole thing, coffee sponsors. Now you're not
Mario.
You don't have a Mario body.
You're not Mario.
It's like
you're more of a
the
orc.
Yeah, it's like the body that kids start out with. You know what I mean? When kids start to walk, where
just
everything's yeah. It looks like they might have not developed joints yet, or they're not
They
using
just don't
them.
know how to use them.
Yeah,
they're seized
they're
up.
choosing not to use
They're
the limbs.
They're rusty.
There's adults with that body type.
And they walk that
And
way.
they walk
too.
around. They go to the grocery store. They have rights. They vote. I mean,
How dare they?
but like be a fat guy. Be a short fat guy. They're great.
Don't be a plump guy.
You could play the penguin. There's roles for that. You know what I mean? But like you have the body type of a cartoon character, so address that.
Wait.
But I have to stare. Okay, so where I work, I'm viewing other men working. Because it's a men work. It's a workshop.
It's a men work.
It's a guy group in a building. So while I'm seeing guys working, I can't help but notice that everyone has a body type, right? I have a body type. You have a body type.
We all body
But
type.
his in particular, I have to stare at the back of him, and
You can't.
boss baby
It's
or something.
it's an
you know what I
issue
mean?
because you can't.
I just want to be like, scoot him out of the way when I need to go by, or like call him champ, pat him on the head. I mean,
Yeah.
5'4", 5'5", maybe.
Ooh, speaking of champ, I went to McDonald's the other day, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
I've gone 2 times and probably like not for breakfast. The breakfast burritos are just absolutely delicious still.
Yeah, McDonald's breakfast is fine.
But I've had their lunch twice in like the past like 6 months, and it's terrible every time now. It's not good. It's really bad. But the fucking kid at the drive-through window, I get up there and he hands me my debit card and he goes, yeah, thanks a lot, boss. 19-year-old kid, like looks like he's on Xanax, like, and he called me boss. Would that upset
I mean, you're the
you?
appropriate age to be boss. I've been called champ by someone half my age, so
Is
It
that
does
not
bug me.
is that not the worst that like I was enraged.
I fire it
almost.
right
like
back,
I
dude.
almost said something to him, but I'm like, you know what? He's too stupid to understand.
what would you have said back though? Would
I
you be
d-
like fuck you, or would you
No,
hit him with a tiger?
It would be more. Yeah, it would have been more of a thanks, Scooter.
yeah,
Thanks, there, pal.
right.
You fuck.
Rub his nose, you
Like-
little rascal.
You child. Like,
Yeah.
is this your first job? Like, address people. Like, it's not even. I'm an
We're
old
adults
man.
here.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, the guy at Jimmy John's gives me that like surfer.
I can't
bullshit.
handle that. And that's what it reminded me of California. I've only been to LA once, but you know what? We ate out every meal because we were there on vacation. The worst service I've ever had ever. Like absolutely terrible service everywhere I went. Like waiters that are like, "Hi, what can I get
They're,
you?"
like on TikTok
And then
while they're taking your order.
exactly, and they don't come back for 20 minutes, and that's just normal. Like we're just sitting there, and like it's kind of happening to everyone, and everyone's just enjoying their time. And I'm like, do you all not have? Does no one have anywhere to go here? Like, what the fuck is everyone doing? Like, have to sit there for 2 hours for a meal because they wait 20 minutes in between every time they come to your table for no fucking reason. Just bring me my waffles
Right. It's
that I paid $74 for some goddamn reason. Everything's so expensive too. California sucks.
I don't know why people want to live there.
Bro, that is a shithole. I don't know
from
how
there.
we came
I'm
on to
from
this,
there. Is
but
it
like,
okay to say that I'm from there?
yeah.
Okay, I'm from there, and like
It is a
I go back and visit.
shithole.
And yeah, all my relatives. just,
LA,
like,
anyways, I haven't been everywhere in California, but LA was just like,
It's
what the
dirty.
Fuck,
Right.
it's dirty. It
I'm
smells
not
like
from there. I'm
piss.
from more of the it's a little whiter.
Like going to the Staples Center, and then like Staples Center is like, oh, this is a safe spot. You go 1 block away from the Staples Center, and you're like,
Actual staples.
apples, like,
You know what I
like,
mean?
like
Like,
dudes with
Staplers.
in the
Oh, shooting somehow using drugs with a stapler. You're like, dude, this is the Staples Center. It's real.
It's too much for me.
Cities gross me out. I'm not a
coun-
city boy. I'm
You
a
know what?
homebody.
I'm a country boy.
Yeah, we're
I'm a
country
country
boys.
boy.
Well, I like a little, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right?
Yeah, we're a little bit.
I need my country convenience. I need my electric horse.
Oh, I like that.
Country convenience.
It's like glamping.
Why? Yeah, Wi-Fi, but sexual relations with animals
Yeah.
coexisting. Like sheep fuckers
You-
need
Oh.
TikTok too, and like if I want to start a rally or a clan or a group
Easy.
or a militia,
Easy.
I need internet access, but I don't want to live in the city with all of the liberals and the Jews. So
Oh,
I need Wi-Fi at the campground, the
camp-
compound.
the
The compound. We're a church, and we're all we
For tax reasons.
yeah. I mean, for tax reasons, we're a church when we're into Jesus, but we're into white Jesus. If that makes sense to you,
Okie dokie.
you know what I mean? Like, we need Wi-Fi too.
They do.
They need
They gotta
Wi-Fi
get
too. If I was that guy, that was not me, obviously.
Yeah.
But like
Just a situation.
that same situation, I need because I need to do like
Is what you're saying
a
is
shitty
this
podcast
is
from my bedroom and still live close to a lake, and mostly,
good views.
yeah,
Terrible views right now. It's just smoke.
it's not that bad. My phone keeps telling me it's like 116 vulnerable groups.
It's really bad out there. I'm
Like,
telling
oh,
you.
dude, I've lived
It
in
was-
Mordor. If you're from the Northwest, like you've
yeah.
lived in
What was that?
Mordor
2 years ago?
every year ago.
Y'all remember 2 years ago?
Dude, do you remember every year, dude? Every
Yeah.
last year, the year before.
I don't know. I don't remember shit.
Back to the
That's
band.
why I'm bad
back
at-
to the band. 4th of July,
That's,
dude.
that's
like,
why I'm like bad at podcasting because I don't remember anything,
right.
and I don't write it down because I forget to write it down.
Yeah, we were talking about, like on the way. We were like crossing state lines and buying weed and then driving it back
It's
into
good
Idaho.
to put out into the ether.
Yeah. My address. No, and we were talking about like, yeah, it's kind of like a podcast about how we don't really know how to do a podcast, and like we're trying to
We have
figure it out.
plans now.
Yeah, we have plans now. If you're watching YouTube, dude, like you're welcome. I mean, there's like a fucking different colored light. I'm still wearing a black shirt again, even though I'm not supposed to wear black shirts for the podcast because it blends into the background. And I have 2 drinks. 2 drinks Timmy today. So
You do have 2 drinks.
we try to be prepared.
Do you drink Gatorade,
I
or do you like Powerade more? Or
So
is that
this-
you didn't buy that?
This Gatorade might as well have a name because I have had this.
It's blue.
It's blue, and
That's
I've had
it.
it for 3 weeks.
It might as well have an. Oh, I get it.
Like,
what you're saying. What's
keep-
its name? What would you name it?
I don't know, but I keep taking it out of the fridge. Like, I'm gonna drink this Gatorade, and it's got like the cool tiger scratch claws, and I'm like, I'm gonna drink this and like run so fast, and then I don't ever open.
You
it.
mean get diabetes?
Probably. Is there sugar in? Yeah, there's sugar in Gatorade.
Is there sugar in there? That's practically
Says-
Kool-Aid with electrolytes.
Yeah. It's all sugar. Okay, so sugar and salt. Yeah, it's a lot.
Well,
of
it's
both.
meant to hydrate you. So the salt,
I mean,
you know,
water.
salt.
Back
but,
to
no,
the
but-
liquid
but,
death
but,
from
but
yes.
salt. If you have salt in your system, it helps retain the water. That's the
Right.
idea. Like, so if you're working out super hard and like you put electrolytes in your water,
Right.
salt also
Yeah, but I mean,
sometimes.
like, who even really knows what an electrolyte is? You know what I mean? Like,
I was thinking about that
I mean,
the
what's
other
an
day.
electrolyte?
What is a fucking electrolyte? Where does it come from? What is it
elect-
created out of?
Fucking Thomas Benjamin in the key with the thing. He's like
was
electrolytes.
a
He
lot.
discovered electrolytes.
Wow, you just hit shuffle on historical characters, dude. That was like, whoa.
Ben Franklin. What did I call him?
Like Thomas Benjamin or
Thomas
something like
Benjamin,
that,
dude. That's a porn star. Coughing again on the podcast. I think there's a correlation between me coughing on the podcast and me smoking weed right before the podcast.
Science would say that makes sense.
Okay. So
You have a coughing issue too.
I have a coughing
You have
issue.
do you have like a smoker's cough sometimes still?
I know. Do you think I have the cancer, or do you think I have acute silicosis?
It's way too soon for that. You haven't
Too-
worked there long enough to get that.
Yeah. I just always remember the word acute silicosis because it has
It
the
sounds
word
cute.
in it.
It
Yeah, and I'm like,
sounds cute. Acute silicosis.
Acute silicosis.
Is that a lizard?
I
Because
mean-
I would love to have it as a pet.
If the doctor told me I
Acute
had it, I'd be
silicosis.
like, I don't have ugly silicosis, so like we're good, right? He's like, oh no, you're fine. You're gonna die smoking hot still. You do you, Queen. And I'm like, dope, dude. Like, you know, acute silicosis is it's definitely cuter. So instead of doing our podcast, I want to do her podcast.
I don't like this already.
So instead of my notes, I want to go over her notes.
Her description.
Her descriptions, which are really her notes. I mean, let's be honest, probably not a lot of substance to talking about old anal sex experiences, not new ones,
Could have guessed.
ones that have come and gone, like
yeah.
reminiscent. You
Yeah,
think
why
about
wouldn't you want to talk about that?
you're on the lake in the boat and you see the view and you're like, oh, this Havarti cheese is excellent and creamy, and I can't help but think about anal sex I had 9 years ago. So there's a podcast about
It
that.
probably got a lot more listens than ours does.
Do you? Well, she's got boobies. Okay.
I mean, I've got boobies.
But I mean, we all know if you want to be successful and you want to do Twitch and YouTube, and it helps to have little booby,
Little tatas.
little things.
I wish I was a little more handsome. Dude, if I was
I wish you were a little
if
more
I
handsome.
was this much more handsome, we'd probably be famous.
Really,
I think so.
just fix the eye.
Just fix the
fucking-
eye, dude. Fix the eye.
Just come back.
Maybe
Come
some-
on, boy.
Fix the teeth.
What's wrong with your teeth? You have fucked up teeth? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You look like the shark off like the.
Shut
What's the
fuck
big
up,
shark?
dude.
Shark off the fish
Jaw?
movie? No, not that shark. You know the cartoon shark where he's like a big round
Street
body.
sharks.
Street shark? No, you don't look like that. Would be dope.
I
If you,
wish
if
I
you were
looked
like,
like
yo, look at my girl, I'm like, dude, you look like a street shark. You're like BRB fighting
be
crime. But this is like, yeah, it's like
They're fangy.
someone
I got fangy.
ran a car through a cemetery, and all the tombstones are going every different way because the car was like,
Wow,
swerving. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
And you know what I mean? This guy's doing this tombstone's like, well, you know.
Oh, I guess I'm drinking tonight.
But these ones are all fine, right? It's like it's all fine. You can tell where he went,
Yeah,
entered the
it's-
cemetery.
Well, these ones are fake. I smashed them out
Oh.
skateboarding because gnarly, bro. Oh, I forgot to tell Waffles
cough real
that
quick.
again. Waffles, I know you don't listen to this, but you're gonna listen to this part because I'm gonna send it to you. Quit questioning everything about us. He talked about the 1080. I'm gonna talk a little shit on him. Talked about the 1080 that 12-year-old kid pulled.
Wait, so
Super
he's not
sick
is he the
gnarly.
first ever 1080?
First ever in competition.
And he's 12.
And he's 12 and did it in front of Tony Hawk. Like Tony Hawk was here, he did the spin here. Like
Okay, but what a dark moment for Tony Hawk.
no, he was into
Hello,
it.
darkness. my
Have you
old
seen
friend.
his?
I mean,
don't know.
12 years? How long has he been skateboarding?
11. I mean, at
11?
that-
He's been skateboarding 11 years? She just like water birthed him onto a skateboard?
have you seen some of these kids? Look at like
All I'm saying- okay,
4-year-old
so the
kids
first-
playing Meshuggah on drums. Like
Okay,
what do
so the first 3 years are a wash. Right?
you, no.
So we got 10
Think of
maybe,
okay. Think
maybe
about
10,
think about
10
that.
years
You're
skateboarding.
learning. You're learning how to crawl, walk, roll. All of these
Mm-hmm.
things that are all what?
The physical things.
Balance.
Yeah, balance.
That's skateboarding.
Okay, but my point is, how long could he have been skateboarding max? Say 10 years, right? Even, 15 years. We'll give him
He's
years.
12.
Okay? We'll give him years.
That's still insane.
He's been skateboarding. Okay, Tony Hawk's been skateboarding like
How old is he?
for-
45.
yeah,
something?
40 years.
He's not
30,
very old.
40 years. It
Yeah.
took him like
What was he?
20
I
something
was- he was
years
like 23
to
or
land the
24.
900.
Yeah.
This
This
kid
kid-
just skates for like 8
A little
years.
bit as a hobby.
And it's like, well, 1080. I mean, that has to be a dark moment for Tony
I
Hawk.
don't think so.
You just erased your whole career.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, it's
That
all
is
gone.
that is the most
the
insane.
games
That's
are-
like saying just
Now I
because
wanna play
OJ
the kids'
murdered
game.
someone, he didn't run all those yards. He still ran the yards.
He did
dude.
run the yards.
That's
did the yards.
insane. Dude, OJ's one of my favorites. I have a story.
Okay.
Are you done with Tony Hawk? I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to like. I
mean, unless you
I
want
get what
to.
you're saying, but also like at his point, he's already like created. I have a trick book list of like just a mile long of tricks that I invented and did first. Like
Discussing and normalizing how difficult it is to achieve female orgasms. We can skip that and go to your story. That would be the next if we're going off this podcast.
oh that
Well, because from my perspective, that's from her perspective.
oh I forgot
She's
you were doing that.
discussing how hard it is for her to achieve orgasms. BRB. Yeah, I think if it's hard for her, it just means she's sleeping with dudes that kind of
I don't know.
don't know how to use their body.
Some girls are just like impossible.
Really?
That Ali Makovsky from Kill Tony, the one that's like opening for Joe Rogan
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, she talked about it all the time. How it was like impossible for someone to make her come.
Really?
That
Sounds like a
word's
nightmare.
gross, huh?
Yeah,
It's a little bit. It's a little crass.
it's crass.
A little bit. You were
not
saying
even
about that
crass.
poop.
Yeah, I don't like
The poop shit?
There's certain
See,
I don't
poop
like
shit doesn't
poop
bother
jokes.
me.
I don't like poop
The
jokes.
word "come" kind of like.
Well, like
if
on
I'm
podcasts, because I'm like listening to them, like might be eating. I don't want to hear about like bodily fluids. It's not funny to me, and it's crass. And you think I'm like so savage all the time. Like I'd be like, yeah, but yeah, I do.
no,
have-
you're
I do
an
have-
elitist.
Yeah, I'm
You're-
elitist. I'm
yeah,
cucked out, dude. I'm cucked out.
That's a
Cucked
big
out.
elitist move. I think for some ladies, ooh, gross. That it probably is really hard. Because I mean, even like, just never understand that feeling because it's just so easy. It's just like bah, instant for us,
Right.
if it
I
needs
could
to be.
throw it at you. Like
Yeah,
a monkey.
literally, like yeah. So
Have you ever done that?
no, I haven't. That's bizarre and unhealthy sounding.
Oh, last one, favorite one. We need to talk about what porn we like to watch and why we need to get fucked on a heating pad. Why do you need to get Why do you need to get fucked? Tell me why you need to get fucked on a heating pad.
I think neither one of us has done enough fucking to ever be like, hey, this is how I need to change this up.
But like,
I don't know. That sounds. I don't.
why would you
I-
need to get fucked on a heating pad?
It's too hot as
Are
it
you
is.
a rabbit?
I don't like sex because of how sweaty it gets.
Right, I don't want to be.
It's
fucked
too
on
much
a heating
work.
pad.
On a heating pad.
On a heating
It
pad.
might take it. I mean, it might be like the whole like it raises your core temperature and I don't know.
I mean, I
maybe-
feel
dude,
like at the end you just make scrambled eggs and it just cooks up right there. Like what
right on the tummy.
on the heating pad? Ugh. That's crass and gross and yuck, dude.
That's not,
There's a podcast
that's not-
about that.
That's not crass and gross at all.
A podcast
How is
about
that gross?
cooking jizz on a heating mat.
You said that.
If you are getting fucked on something's getting on the thing that you're getting fucked on.
That's true.
Okay.
It's weird how
It's not. You're not like a.
this makes
I
you
mean, I don't
feel.
know. Maybe you're like a fucking wizard scientist, and you're like not a single drop shall.
You just know
escape.
that. You just know the angle.
You know.
good angles.
You kink it
yeah.
or something. You kink it, and then like,
kink it like that
like
and
force
turn
it back
it
in, and it
like
hurts,
out,
and like
like-
a blood tear comes from your eye, and
Not on the heating pad.
yeah,
It cooks
it comes
like
out
eggs.
like a hard pellet later. Like I don't know what you would do, but like if you're fucking on a thing, the thing's getting fucked on. There's a reason why it's called getting fucked
Well-
on because there's fuck on it.
Hopefully you can wash it.
Yeah. Heating pad though.
Yeah, I know.
I need my asshole warmed before. I mean, like, hey,
Like I have a heating pad that goes over my whole bed.
coughing again.
So
Maybe that's why I have 2 drinks because I knew I was gonna cough a shit ton. I have a LaCroix.
maybe that's a better
coconut LaCroix?
That might coat your
Oh,
throat.
dude, there's some coat throat. I didn't even think
Coat
about
throat,
that, dude.
bro. Speaking of cum, my grandfather
Oh, your OJ story.
told me the story. It was very quick and it's very just. It brought up a good point about he was on a boat with some guys he worked with, and they were out on the boat when they heard the OJ verdict. Came over the radio while they're on the boat.
Now, what is
And-
the racial background of the people on the boat?
Well, it's Lewiston, Idaho, and they worked at a Pepsi
So
factory.
white.
Very white.
Right.
All
Hats, Bass Pro Shop,
Vietnam vets.
Vader,
all,
Viper sunglasses.
Oh, well, I mean, this was some years ago.
Yeah.
OJ verdict. That Viper
Yeah.
sunglasses?
Yeah.
What are those? I
Like
guess.
Pit Viper fucking
Oh,
volleyball style.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah. Like when Soda still had the
Right. They're
cocaine.
out there. Yeah.
yeah, they're going hard.
They're fishing.
Anyways, they hear the verdict and they all explode. Obviously, and my
Just all
grandpa
of them
said, like my
Just
grandpa. Oh,
N-words.
yeah, he's like he
Wow.
goes, they were just it was happening, and I was
And it
like,
was this their first N-word?
oh, absolutely.
No, they had
not,
practiced. They had practiced using
dude.
the word.
Probably.
Okay.
Let's just say they have.
With Lucenite.
Let's just
practiced.
assume they
It's
have.
taught in schools.
Like, yeah,
Right.
like dudes that like still to this day say like horrific Asian slurs, and like to them it's
Right.
like nothing because it's like cool, they shot at me.
They're just like, that guy's a fucking fish head. And you're
yeah,
like, whoa.
yeah, that's it's like whoa.
It's like, you pan-faced gook, and you're like, dude,
Stop.
chill.
You chill.
I get he needs to chill. Like, you can't be calling him wop dingo, fucking zipper head, nothing of that little scooter jockeys. You can't say that shit. We actually have a whole episode where I listed all
know.
the things you can't say. What's the how about that episode?
I don't remember something bad.
Trauma slur.
Trauma slur.
Yeah, go listen to Trauma Slur. That's a favorite of mine. It's a special part in my heart.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's what. And then I brought up a good point because all of
Oh, wait,
those
so they
dudes-
just hear the OJ
Now-
verdict and they're like, outburst of racial slurs?
yeah, because they're like, how'd he get away with it? Blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean-
well, Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, amazing lawyer.
But it made me think about it. I'm like, he just like, if his wife was cheating on him with that guy, because that was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
All of those dudes at one point in their life had said, if I ever come home and you're sleeping with somebody, I'll kill you both. Now,
Right.
why is it wrong that OJ?
Right, he actually is a man of his word.
He ponied up.
Yeah, dude.
He got up and did some shit.
Yeah.
Homeboy was driving around in the city in his car that he gave to her.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a doer, not a talker.
They kind of had it coming. So I'm honestly kind of on
Team
OJ's side.
Team OJ?
Team OJ, dude.
As a podcast?
Like kind
Team
of
OJ a little
legit Team OJ. Like, because if like
Ooh.
he just like did what everyone else is like said they would do, and it's like, no, you're not. You're gonna run home and cry to your mom. Like
Right.
OJ's like, nah.
Man, do you think Johnny Cochran had just a hog?
I don't know. He's kind of
Like
a
in high school,
mountain.
he was they're like in the locker room changing, like, it's Johnny Cochran.
He's
He's just
Johnny Cochran.
fucking dry
Or
aging salami
it's
in
just
the
like
fucking...
hilariously small,
Right. I mean, how cursed. I
and
mean,
that's why he's a
oh,
lawyer.
Johnny Cochran. They would just like hold their pinky up and go, little Johnny Cochran. Little Johnny Cochran, dude.
in the lunchroom drinking their
Yeah.
milk, and they just look over and just
Yeah, everyone's got a pinky up drinking their milk. Little Johnny Cochran. He's like, one day I'm gonna fucking free OJ or something. You know what I mean? One day I'm gonna
be a lawyer. and
I'm gonna let
get
some-
someone off of murder, and then
strangle
you'll
and
see.
slice his wife's neck, and then you'll see my dick.
Yeah, Team OJ though.
Okay. I mean,
That's where that thought went.
he's on Twitter.
Oh, I know.
You can
I
like
follow him.
interact with him.
I follow him. I don't think he responds much to people.
Oh, you think you're gonna get a message back from OJ?
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Would you? Could you imagine?
I'm more of a Bill Cosby.
No, absolutely not.
I'm
No.
messaging him.
Why? You know he's gonna do a
Because-
comedy tour. He's planning on doing a tour.
No.
Swear to God.
Isn't he gonna get
His
attacked?
his manager, like, no. That's
Attacked by people?
armed security. All shows.
Really?
Yeah, and they'll sell out too.
Do you think he'll get like Jello sponsorship back?
No, I don't. Did he have a Jello sponsorship? I think
Dude,
that was just like.
Bill Cosby is Jello.
Oh, I know. I didn't know if he was like. Is that?
Like Jello would
Was
have
he in-
nothing without Bill
Oh,
Cosby.
I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just one joke.
No, he was on the commercials for years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gross.
yeah. He
That
built,
makes
he
it-
built a jiggly empire.
That's
I mean, he fucking
the pudding.
the pudding. Oh, dude, think of how many Quaaludes were in pudding, and he had so much free pudding from the Jello sponsorship that's just endless vehicles for him to put drugs into. I mean, Jello is partially responsible for like 650 rapes, at least implicated in 650 rapes, and no one's really calling for like the CEO of Jello to explain, why are you giving this man so much Jello, and he's raping chicks, and you knew he was raping chicks, you knew he was using the Jello.
Did they?
I think everyone did. I mean, when you
Did
see,
you? Did
when
you think it was
see-
one of those where everyone knew he was doing it? I don't think so.
I think people were saying shit, dude,
I
a
think
long
it
time
was
ago.
a little like. It's more like who was the really bad one?
Well, who's
Kevin
the-
Spacey. Didn't
Yeah.
he get in a bunch of trouble for like a
yeah,
16-year-old
Kevin's-
kid
yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like?
yeah. Kevin Spacey's
Like everyone like knew that he was doing weird shit, but they was like, well, he's the star.
yeah, he's getting
Ugh,
spaghetti fingers with all like the child actors he works with.
it's so,
Yeah, he's.
What's wrong with you?
But in Hollywood, you can get canceled, but then there's no charges. I feel like if someone's like, "Hey,
Well, I
this
mean,
guy did an illegal
you pay
thing,"
step people off. James Franco. I think he just ended with like a fucking $2 million settlement.
What did he do? He was just like
I have
guilty of
no,
being in
I have
shitty
no
movies.
idea. Like, I don't know. I didn't look into it. I just saw that he paid him off. So it's like, that means you did it. I mean, not necessarily, but like, why wouldn't you? But his was like kind of bad, like locking girls in a room with him,
Oh.
like kind of like
Making him watch all the Seth Rogen movies. Like, fucking do it.
fucking do it.
Tell me I'm funny.
Smoke this joint.
Tell me I'm funny. Brush my hair. You know.
I thought he was funny.
I think he's pretty funny. But
Pineapple
I mean, you know.
Express was classic,
Yeah.
but I don't know. He's also really weird. I mean, he does a lot of indie films and stuff where he like plays gay dudes or like does weird, crazy, just like off the wall roles.
Speaking of gay dudes, Janelle fucked up some song lyrics and I died this week. The song Monero or whatever, Little Nas X, really popular one. There's a lyric that says cocaine and drinking with your friends, and she thought it was cocaine and chicken with your friends, and I was like, careful.
Cocaine and chicken.
Chicken with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was,
Whoopsies.
whoops. She's like, you know, because I'm like, no, I don't.
I absolutely have no idea.
No idea what you're
I
talking
would
about.
never say anything like that. in my
Never
life.
even heard a joke with that premise. Actually.
Cocaine and chicken.
What'd you think of prison TikTok?
It wasn't as
We did a
entertaining.
big learn today.
It was just, and it was on Vice, and that fucking Vice.
Yeah, they ruined
sucks
it. Yeah, Vine.
dick,
fuck,
dude.
What
the-
happened?
Like, I never liked it in the first place. I
They-
never got the whole like.
the mics.
Are they a news outlet?
The mic's far away from the lady, and she slides up. She's like, so, like, what's this deal? And you're like, whoa, God! Like both ears bleeding. I mean,
And the whole time they wouldn't say what the guys did. I think
No.
that's a
What'd
very
they do?
that's a very important thing to
yeah,
mention.
guys in jail have TikTok, and it's fucking hilarious and really fucking interesting. But Dylan brings up a good point. What'd they do?
They didn't say what they did the whole
They're
time.
like, oh my
I'm
God, this guy's viral on TikTok. He killed someone.
He beat up a laundromat owner
Right,
and stole his whole
he-
business and made him
yeah.
lose everything. It's
He
like, oh,
shot a gas station attendant in the face.
yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
oh, funny, he's doing a dance that is 90 years
Like,
old.
oh, he's
because
in here for life. Like, killed a guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's in TikTok. What do you do? What?
I don't know.
He's going
Prison's
viral.
bad.
It's
We
hilarious.
obviously aren't fans of prison. Privatized prison.
Well, I mean,
Privatized prison?
yeah, I think we need more. Honestly, I mean,
Lock more of these motherfuckers up, dude.
yeah, dude, fucking get them. Go get them.
Every last one of them.
No, not a.
But this was stupid. Like, and it's like, what did they do? That was the whole.
Tell me what they did.
Tell me what they did.
Yeah.
And then if nonviolent weed crimes. All right, they shouldn't even be in there in the first place.
Yeah, it was like when I bought the crafts from the fucking inmates in.
Did he?
Res,
Did
I'm
he
like-
maybe get caught stealing at a grocery store, and it was just like a second offense thing? Like, what do you? I mean, I guess
Well,
that was
prison?
prison.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, this was
not-
like prison. Yeah, this was like
This is George who's fallen
an
on rough
accomplice
times.
to murder, or like
Yeah, yeah.
extorted someone, or like did the thing where you
Coke
make
dealer.
shoes out of concrete for someone.
Have you ever sat in a jury or jury selection?
No, I get out of every time. I think it's a crime that I have never done it. I think, but I'm also
Unless you actually excuse.
well.
Like, if I don't know, you're supposed to go.
There's also the schmelony that keeps me
yeah.
from.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't do it at all.
Got a couple schmelonies.
The only time I sat in, they explained the case before they start doing the selection.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we arrested Mr. fucking blah, blah, blah here for having possession of like 9 pounds of meth and 74 fucking kilos of coke. Like, it was like a huge drug and gun charge. Like, and he had like a bunch of rifles and like handguns. And I just sat there the whole time and I was like, I hope he wins. Because I knew I wasn't going to get selected for the jury. Because they're like, they asked that question, like, have you ever had like a bad experience or a run-in with the police that was bad? And I was just like, you guys remember Nickel Sack? And like one of the lawyers and a couple of the other cops are like, yeah. And I was like, that was me. And they're like, okay, yeah, you're excused. Like, it was just like,
Wow.
yeah, they're like, you're not good for a jury. And I'm like, probably not.
Probably not.
It's like, did the guy kill someone?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me guess, does he have a small
I
bag of
guess
weed?
Maybe the people that bought the meth that he made, but that's on them.
No, I've never done jury duty. I don't think I have the patience, and I'd be in there thinking about like what we're getting for lunch and not the
That was
trial.
the whole time I was like,
Right.
okay,
Are they getting
you're
Subway?
not picking me anyways. Like,
Are
why
they
am I
Are
here?
we getting catering?
Yeah.
And it's-
No, you don't.
And I just feel like you're gonna have like the old black lady, the young Korean guy, the blonde haired
Pretty
younger
diverse group,
girl. Yeah,
actually,
exactly,
yeah.
which
You're
is
right.
fine. But it's just
One guy started crying
Right. You're going to have the crying guy who just got out of Alcoholics Anonymous. You're going to have the guy who's also a postal worker and the factory guy with the brings the hammer in. He's like, well, I think we should hammer everything. He's got a fucking
Bob the
hard
Builder.
hat. Yeah, he's Bob the Builder. It's just like the village people plus a black lady. I just don't. I feel like I'd be in there like stoned out of my gourd, like hoping they catered Subway and that it wasn't like tuna. And they'd just be like, but he killed a man and fucked a dog. And I'd just be like, yeah, dude, whatever. Yeah, get him. You know, I couldn't care. I couldn't make myself care about some.
It's really stupid, and it's like, oh, there's a potential this case is going to go for 3 months. So you gotta be there. If you get selected,
like
you're
$5
there.
a day or something.
It's like $50 a day or something like that.
What?
Just trash. And
That's illegal.
You get lunch. It's not because it's
That
the
should be
government.
illegal. That should be illegal.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Anyways,
People, instead of jury duty, they should just give it up to TikTok. Let's just let it handle.
TikTok vote.
Yeah,
Or who gets the highest video?
the
views.
judge reads the charge, then you upload it to TikTok, and TikTok gets a little bit with it, and then they give you back a verdict. They're just like, it's lit, fam. Like, fucking electrocute him. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. You know, like they dance away. And it's a consensus of all the, you know, whose ever reaction dance gets the most responses. That's what we go with. And the judge is like, well, I'm sorry, but electrocuting him is trending. So, and he's dancing. He's got a towel or can you do a TikTok dance for me? I don't know any TikTok dance. Yeah. Bust your gnarly
I just know
TikTok dance.
Fortnite dances is about as close.
What is the Fortnite dance? Is it the
There
one with the
isn't one.
hands in the front?
No, they're all from something else.
Yeah,
they took it from all the dances are from something.
People
else.
just use it as a like that. There's a singular dance, and like
It's the hammer one. With the
oh
leg.
yeah, with the leg.
I think that's the main one because it's like the one that looks like it takes some skill, but really any little dumb fucking 7-year-old can do it.
Shaking your leg.
Parents need their kids taken away from them if they let their kids walk through the store doing Fortnite dances.
Well,
Still to this day.
Can you control all the dancing in the world? Can you tell the kids
We
that?
should.
Can you tell the kids
This
not
is
to dance?
this is quickly turning into Dirty Dancing.
Right.
Or no, Grease. Sorry, not
yeah,
Dirty
yeah.
Dancing.
We're the villains in Dirty Dancing right now. We're like, how do we get the children to stop dancing?
It's just obnoxious. I think.
Yeah, but I think
I don't-
we're bitter dudes in our 30s,
I don't know.
and we hate dancing.
But I
Do
wasn't
you hate
like that.
flowers.
I wasn't
Do you
like
hate
I don't hate
pictures of
dancing.
dog?
I don't
Do you
hate
pictures of
dancing. I hate
puppies?
a little kid in a grocery store waving his arms around while I'm
Do you
trying to
hate
buy
the cat
chili.
that hangs on the thing and he's like, keep it up, Dylan?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I hate him too a little bit.
I mean, come on.
okay, we both hate him.
I do like kitties though.
Okay, so you haven't
No, I'm not
crusted
dead.
over.
No, I'm still here.
You just got to be
I'm still-
self-aware to realize that like maybe you hate Fortnite dancing because you wish you could Fortnite dance.
I don't know.
Because part of
I'm
me,
not much
that's
of a
why I
dancer.
hate.
I would rather be able to like salsa or something. But I have awkward hips, so
yeah,
it
but
doesn't
who are
make
you gonna
sense.
salsa with?
You do it yourself, dude.
Okay, that's
The best
a red
salsa.
flag. Wow, wow. Oh yeah, you just salsa alone, dude. The UPS guy comes and you don't hear him. Your door's cracked and you're salsing with yourself, just under in a t-shirt, like Tom Cruise on fucking Percocets, like. Hey, buddy, your fucking, eye drops came. What's going on? You're like, yeah, you should salsa. Tangos and salsas and dances that are foods you need to do with another person. Fortnite dances are great because you do them alone. It's like a celebration of self. You're like, I'm fucking,
Celebration.
my, hormones are still working and my body isn't falling apart yet because it's something only kids do.
I don't know, man.
Salsa.
I don't know.
I think you have to have a partner. I'm almost positive now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like the equivalent of like fucking yourself. Oh, there goes Dylan just salsing.
It would just be,
at work
it would
though
be
too.
like,
You're
it'd
like
be like the
his
scene-
one dream ever was to salsa, to be proficient, and you're just getting like now he's so proficient he's dare I say deadly. The CSRs up front are like, oh god, there goes Dylan. Like, careful,
in the
it's a
warehouse by
dancing day. Yeah.
myself, just-
Oh no, it's a Tuesday. He's like, getting all sweaty, headphones in, sweat. They're like, Dylan, hey Dylan, stand back. Like, just take it in. Like he waited his whole life. You're like holding court, doing salsa by yourself.
That's funny.
The story of a boy.
In a dream.
This summer.
Solo salsa.
The boy who couldn't grow abs finally learns how to salsa.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't even know any other dances other than that, so I guess I have to do it alone. But TikTok dance, I don't even know what a TikTok dance is. I couldn't tell you one of them.
You don't have a TikTok.
No.
I don't have a TikTok. I had it and I didn't have it.
We should do it just make one for the Vegas trip.
For the Vegas trip?
And
That would be fun.
for the Vegas trip, like we can.
Please stop does Vegas on TikTok. It's a lot. It's like a lot to
It's
remember
not. I
to
don't
do.
think it's going to be as crazy as we think.
I don't like pulling out my phone while I'm doing things.
I know. I always
I'm not that
just
guy.
don't think about it.
I'm not that guy. I have like an actual personality, so I don't have to like
Yeah.
pull my phone
Yeah,
out and take
yeah.
pictures.
If I
of
can't
cheesecake.
remember it,
It wasn't.
it wasn't
important.
that. It wasn't that important.
Right. Yeah, and if you take pictures of everything, then I feel like you don't remember anything unless you go look at the picture,
Exactly.
which is kind of.
But then also, if you forget something and then later remember it down the road with something it sparks, that's a good thing too. I have a lot of memories that are just
well,
kinda
not
like,
if it was like someone's funeral.
Well, I have some of
You're like,
those
whoops,
kind
I
of.
didn't go.
I have some of those kind of memories.
Where you
It
missed.
it kind of it goes both ways. Don't,
Right.
It's not
you
just
missed like a court hearing or the birth of a child or a funeral or like picking up your dog from the
or
pound
just like
and they killed
traumatic
it.
experiences.
The cops like, come get your dog or we're gonna gas it. And you're like,
Yeah.
I forgot. And they
Something
gas
clicks in
it.
your head and you remember. Yeah, you're
You go to pick
reminded
up your
of it.
dog and it's dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
yeah. It's cool.
Dude, Operation Liver. Dude, the darkest thing YouTube's ever done to me is suggest Operation Liver, and don't type it into YouTube.
And not very often do we get hit with something like you got the Chris Benoit Benoit thing. The crisp Benoit thing. That really
I have an
got
air
you.
fryer now.
That
I have an air, dude.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that. Oh, I got an air fryer. Chris Benoit reminded me I have a fucking. Did he kill his? He didn't kill his family with an air fryer, right? He killed his family.
I think it was like more violent.
Did he
than that.
wrestle his family to death? I bet he did. They said it took days. Oh no, he wrestled him to death. Oh no.
That one got you, but this one, the
This was
Operation
darker.
Liver.
I'm minding my own cocksucking business, and I open up YouTube, and it's like suggested video, something about a liver transplant, or like back to the hospital. And I see this like jaundiced looking guy. I'm like, I don't know why the fuck I clicked on it. I fucking clicked.
did.
I have tracks.
You
I
clicked on it. Yeah.
Fucking click on it, and it takes me to his channel because I don't want to. I don't click on the video. I click on his channel thing. And it's a video. It's a channel devoted to this guy's journey of getting a liver transplant and the recovery and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like 28,000 people, sweet. Go to the video. He's bitching about being going to the hospital. I back out to the feed, the row of videos, and there's one that says, getting ready for my transplant. I got my transplant. The next video is like recovering from my transplant and talking, and then the next two videos are just pictures of his girlfriend and then a picture of a pastor and then celebration of life. And we're just like, oh, like saw the whole timeline in like a second and 30 seconds. So it was fucking
Not very often we don't just immediately start making jokes about something, but we both just
yeah, and
kinda
then we
were like,
immediately started making jokes about
And then
it,
we
though. And then we started roasting the
immediately
guys at the funeral. He wasn't wearing shorts, and he was sitting at a podium on a stool in short khaki, like river waders. So I'm
like-
like, well, Jeremy was
like
fucking
going
like,
to sell a Subaru to
cock
someone
out at
after
the
that.
funeral.
Yeah.
Like cock out at the funeral, like
Yeah.
about to sell fucking cell phones to everyone, but couldn't help ourselves. But super dark. But yeah, so go subscribe to them because it's a way more interesting, channel than this. But like,
Don't do it.
it's
sad.
so
that's
dark.
sad.
It's very
because it's
fucking
like
sad.
it's like
Also just happened. So whoops.
oh
because
yeah, that was
the
R.I.P. Dude, we should have got his
funeral
name,
stream was a
'cause-
week ago, and so this is really fucked up. But I just wanted to say that was very dark and caught me
Rip.
off guard. So if you want to know where our absolute line is, it's really close
It's
to that.
literal.
We
death.
did light. We got down there and we did light joking. We tiptoed around the jokes. It wasn't like
It was
coming
more.
in swinging.
We didn't even make fun of him. That's how you know.
right.
We made fun of the people
and
at the
you're right.
funeral.
Any farther, and no one would be.
Which
getting
I did
made
at my
fun of.
great grandmother's
Right.
funeral. I was like the whole time I'm just like pissed off at the pastor, just like because he's like talking like
Right,
he
you're, like,
knew her,
making it
and I'm
about
just
you.
like, oh, of
Right.
course,
Yeah.
not to anyone else. It was to myself.
But to yourself,
I said it to myself.
complete psycho.
Selfish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're like, she's dead. But
She was like
how
one
do
of
I
my,
look?
she was like one of my heroes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, listen to some pastor that didn't know her talk about her. I'm like, go fuck yourself, dude. But I'm just, and then we had pasta, so I was good, dude.
Yeah,
We
I
had
guess it's
pasta
a
afterwards.
gift to be able to make lighthearted.
I have to.
Would you laugh in war if
You
a guy
have to.
farted right before he got blown up?
Absolutely.
You're like, oh my god, it's like your best war buddy.
Dead.
He's
I'm
like,
at
and then
least he
just
went out on
boom,
that.
a grenade
At
blows.
least he went out on that, dude.
Like he's talking about his kids and like Skyping,
Handing
them,
you a picture
and
of
he,
him,
he
like,
farts and
take
then a
this
grenade.
back to him, like.
Yeah, Stephanie, and then and boom blows up. I'd be like,
I'm
laughing. I'm
Whole
cry
time.
laughing. I'm farting. But like,
I'm shitting my
I'm
pants
shitting and farting and
because I just
crying.
watched my friend get
right,
blown
you
up.
just got blown up.
But
It's really
also,
sad. Laugh now, cry later. Right?
Yeah.
Laugh now, cry later. So that's what we do. We laugh now and we cry later. You know? That's what's up, dude.
I like that.
Laugh now, cry later.
Laugh now, cry later. That's a t-shirt right there. Oh man, I don't know if I have anything else today. Do you have one more thing? Jesus.
I have a partial note, but I'm afraid to speak it because when they're underdeveloped, they're very sketchy. But
Well, yeah,
I was like, is there a crime that Russell Wilson could commit that would actually make him a black guy? So I don't know. Think about that this week, maybe. Because he just isn't. I mean, he just isn't. He's a white dude.
he is a white dude.
But like, could he do it? Look, what would be the most obvious thing Russell Wilson could do to actually be like
I mean,
pull a full OJ?
I hate to hit right on the nose and not be creative, but crack, dude. I mean,
Whoa.
you gotta do it. I mean, it'd be the same thing as like if you got arrested with heroin on you, wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
You got a ponytail.
Right.
You're a big guy.
Right.
You look healthy. And heroin, you can kind of keep that facade going for a little bit until you start getting real, like, not eating.
Right. It's not like
gone.
a meth. It doesn't come off you like quickly.
Exactly. I think you can play
mask
heroin a little bit more. So, like, and if you just started
I've
doing
got
it
good
too,
heroin genetics.
you kind of look like you do heroin.
Okay.
Don't do heroin.
He's got good heroin genetics. Like
But you kind of look like you could Pulp Fiction it a little
Right.
bit. You could drive. You could be fine. You
right.
go dance. What if that scene he was dancing alone?
Salsa.
Yeah, because he virtually, I mean,
Terrifying. That's my point. Fucking terrifying.
no,
And knowing
no
the
girl in
actor
front of him.
and knowing what I know now, him dancing alone would make more sense. Him just, I'm gonna get a fucking
he does. What is
yeah.
this?
It's yeah. You're a dog, the limp wrist dog.
It's a heroin dog.
Step. Yeah, it's like a
It's a heroin dog.
the cigarette dog.
The cigarette dog, dude.
I came up with the best mascot for Dylan, and he needs to get it. Okay, the concept is cigarette dog. It's a dog. This dog has 3 legs. This particular dog. What was his name? So it was like it flew right off my tongue, but that's what you need. It's like a dog that smokes cigarettes. You don't smoke cigarettes. The dog smokes cigarettes
In my truck.
in your truck because your truck smells like a sheep and a cigarette. Because there was like he was storing animal things and smoking in the
that's
truck.
it.
But Dylan doesn't smoke, so you've got cigarette truck, but you need something to blame the smell on. Because if you get someone with a vagina in there, and they don't smoke, and they're very against smoking, you need something to blame it on. You need the bad roommate. But you don't want to have roommates because you don't fuck with roommates. But you can fuck in front of a 3-legged dog, and you can blame cigarette smoke on a 3-legged dog. A dog that smokes cigarettes could actually completely eliminate that situation, and then you not only don't have to clean your car, but you have like a cool like cigarette dog. So
I'll look into it. I don't. That's
what breeds would I mean? You got to figure out what breeds would handle cigarettes the best.
also. I need to figure out what kind would be the best with 3 legs. Like probably a border collie.
You can just
Right.
take any dog. You can just take one, take it off, pick a. You know what I mean? They
Just
all have
whatever.
enough. And
Just amputate it. Amputate.
you take it to the vet, and you're like, just get the front right one out of there, and they're like, "What's wrong?" You know, like,
No.
well, it's a thing. It's a joke, and they're like, "Sir, that's."
I do a podcast.
I do a podcast.
I'm trying to
just take the front
need
right leg
aesthetic
off
in
this
my truck.
schnauzer,
Like,
and they're like, "Well, it's a puppy," and I'm like, "Sir, I do a podcast, and I have American money. Take the leg off this dog." Because it's my dog, I own this dog. They're like, is the dog smoking cigarettes in the lobby? You're like, okay, stop grilling me about the. Are you a human doctor? Like, okay. Are you the dog's parents? It's gonna smoke fucking cigarettes. They age 7 years every year. The dog's 14 already.
He's gonna be
They're
fine.
like, sir, humans can't smoke at 14. I'm like, listen, cut the fucking leg off the dog.
now.
Or we're going to go somewhere else. Or like, there's not a vet in town that would cut the leg off this dog. And you're like, okay, we'll fucking see about that. You know? So it'd be much easier if you rescued a dog
With 3 legs.
with a cigarette hanging with 3 legs. Go into the vet, you're like, or go into the Humane Society. You're like, yeah, are there any, it's like a dog rehab. Do you have any ones that are like kind of
Fucked up.
seen some shit? Like, do you have a nicotine
Like
addicted?
vet
Yeah.
ones. Like
They're like, no, we've got some cats that do Percocet. That's
that's too lazy.
that's about it.
I need more energy than that.
Yeah, cigarette dog.
Cigarette dog. Well,
What else you got? I
Nothing.
can look over
That's
my
it.
notes, but I don't. Fuck it. You know, fucking
Laugh now, cry later.
Next
Oh.
week, I'll tell the racist German Shepherd story.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe next week I'll tell you
Next
about
week.
Khan, the German Shepherd who could jump fences and didn't like black people. Killed cats. Laugh now and cry later, and tell your friends about our podcast. And fucking don't drink Gatorade 'cause it's poison.
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. It's smoky.